Morning guys, Friday the 26th of June. I have to say, we're straight in there this morning. Definitely keeping her feet and her body cool. Enjoying that well. Come on then. Oh. Right, no, I'm going back for more. Can't really follow you in that well, so. I noticed, was it yesterday, we went to see a friend, just physically sort of the distance in the in the garden, because they had a barbecue. It was their birthday a couple of weeks ago. We were supposed to do it then, and then the weather had turned, so we didn't obviously feel we could, because that meant we couldn't be in the garden. So yeah, we did that yesterday. Well, let's come for a walk down this way. And it was interesting because it's really, certainly the first time, I think, no, tell a lie, sorry, second, where, sort of visited in that sort of proximity, but still keeping that distance. But there were a couple of times where, the person sort of, it came quite close physically, when you're moving and stuff, and it was interesting. I just felt at times just that, pause of breath almost, just a slight uncomfortableness, and that's obviously nothing to do with, the person whatsoever, no reflection on how I feel about them. It's just more about just that, not being used to really being that close to people, really, outside of, anybody I live with. So I was just noticing that. So yeah, it's an observation really, of just noticing how I felt. And I suppose, things take time to adjust to. But I have wondered about that sense of, while, they're saying the virus is still out there, at what point, I'll sort of feel more comfortable in going, oh, okay, I can draw close to people, feel like I can, at what point you hug and so forth. It's just a bit of an unknown, really. And I suppose that is part of the process, the unknown, but also the being aware, just noticing, and based upon what you notice, and then making your own decision about what you choose to do based on how you feel at the time. Yeah, I think a lot of focus on, if you like, the importance of noticing, being aware of what we feel, what we physically experience in our bodies, what's the sensations telling us, I think is important. I think the times where we don't always listen enough because we're not always quiet enough or in tune enough with ourselves to be doing that. But it's important to be aware of it and conscious of it. And to just keep listening to yourself and what feels right at that time. Not to make up too much about, because I feel this, that, the other, I can only behave, will it behave like this, or if I do this, or if I feel like this, I feel like that, then this is how I'll behave, or that's how I'll respond, because you may feel differently in different given moments, really. And well, it's a little woody area. Oh, it's nice for it to just be that tiny bit cooler with, and there's a lot more cloud around as well, but yeah, it's close, as we would say. It's one of those words, isn't it? It's close. Like if you didn't quite know what that meant, or how that would translate in another culture, or because I'm not sure when I think about it, it's like, does it really define close? When we think about close, I think something's physically close to us, it's within grasp, within reach. So yeah, as I say, it feels close. It's just one of them. I love the idea of words and phrases and what those things mean, where they originate from. I always find that really interesting, actually. I've always loved the words and writing and language and all that sort of comes with that. So guys, have the rest of a freaky, fruity, funky Friday, and shall speak to you later. Bye.